Welcome to Yoga for You, a channel tailored to helping you discover your very own unique yoga practice.
Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Taylor. Today we're going to be doing a heart opening sequence. So just really getting into the juicy heart space. We're going to be doing some interesting poses and flows. So just do your best and modify wherever you need to. We're going to get started in a child's pose. So if you can bring yourself to the back of your mat, your big toes will come to touch. Bring your knees out just as wide as comfortable and begin to walk your hands forward. And this is where we'll start to get into the funky shape. Bring your hands together. So the thumbs and the first fingers come together and release your forehead down to the mat. Bringing the hands together allows the shoulders to expand a little bit more to begin. Close the eyes. Find a deep breath in through the nose. And a big sigh out the mouth. Allow yourself to settle into this shape. Soften in the shoulders. Soften in the hips. And let your belly completely hang between your thighs. The more you settle in, you might find that your spine lengthens. You may need to crawl your fingertips a little closer towards the top of your mat. Just feel the breath moving through the body. Feel the breath softening the body. Notice if at any point you start to carry tension in the shoulders or in the elbows. And as we move through this heart-opening sequence, set an intention here in this space for what you would like to bring into your heart. What would you like to invite into your space, into your practice today? And carrying this intention with you, and with your next inhale, begin to pull yourself up into a tabletop shape. Your shoulders come to stack over your wrists as you squeeze your chin towards your chest and your gaze comes towards your belly button. Inhale here. This is our first of our funky variations, so really press into the palm. It's a little different of a cat spine, but we're still finding that round in the heart and in the lower back. Inhale here. Exhale, shift back slightly as you reach your tailbone up towards the sky, lift in the gaze and expand in the heart. This is your cow variation. Press into the palms, expand across the belly. And here on an exhale. And inhale, round yourself forward, squeeze your chin into your chest, cat pose. Inhale, cow, press into the arms and lift in the heart. Exhale, round it forward. Inhale, shift it back. Keep pressing into those hands. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Last one. Inhale forward. And this time, exhale, walk yourself all the way back to your seat, coming to sit on your heels. Knees can stay wide or they can come together. Bind your hands behind your lower back, interlacing your fingers, and inhale as you reach your arms up behind you. Keep the neck nice and long. The gaze is directly forward to protect the spine. And now here, really begin to soften in the belly. Drop into the lower belly. Feel the lower back lengthen. And lift those palms only as high as you can with the elbows straight, and really tune into that expansion across the front of the heart. Find your breath. After a few moments, you may find that those hands can lift just a little bit higher, but remember, it's not a race. One more inhale. And exhale, soften in the arms, bring your hands to your thighs, and just take a couple of neck rolls. Although we're focusing on the heart, there are other centers, other spaces that are connected to our heart space, like the throat, like the solar plexus, bringing it down to the hips. So we want to open up all of these channels to allow an even flow for the heart. Roll out any nooks, any crannies, any cracks. Switching directions when you're ready. And then bring your head back into center. Now for this transition, pay close attention. Your right hand will come down to the mat just to support you as you lift up in the left leg. So your left foot is now flat on the ground. Bring your left hand flat to the earth. Inhale, we're going to open wide, twisting in the right arm. And exhale, bring it down. 4 more like those. Inhale as you open. Exhale down. Fluid circles for the shoulder. Feel it massaging in the ribs. And after your last one, bring your weight back to center. Both of your hands are going to come in front of your legs. This left leg is going to wrap around. You may stay here with your right hand continuing to prop you up. You may just find the half bind. If you would like to find the full bind, bring your right arm completely behind your lower back. Bring your fingertips together if you can, and find your bow forward. Regardless of whether you found the half bind or the full bind, find this release in the neck. A gentle expansion across the back of the heart where we receive our love. Humbly bow forward. Allow every exhale to get your forehead closer to the earth, to drop deeper into your seat, and to open the space between the shoulder blades. Now, either using your arm support or your core, inhale as you slowly draw yourself all the way back up, releasing your bind, and tuck your left leg behind you. Now again, that funky transition to begin, your left hand comes to the earth to support you. As you untuck your right leg, your right foot comes flat. Now shift your weight to your right hand and inhale, wind up in the left arm. And exhale, bring it down. Big circles. Inhale. Exhale. Feel that stretch along the left side body as you inhale, rise. Exhale, lower. Last two. And after your fifth rotation, bring both hands back down to the ground. Both of your arms, your right arm specifically, will come to wrap around your right leg. You may keep your left hand here for the half bind as you bring your right arm back and around. You may find the full bind by bringing your left hand behind your lower back and interlacing your fingers if you can. Find your bow forward, surrender your chin to your chest, your forehead down towards your knee. And keep your left sits bone connected to your left heel as you fold. If at any point it begins to rise, bring yourself to the half bind. Close the eyes. Notice how the right arm is supporting the weight of your right leg as you fold. And allow every exhale to surrender you deeper. As we open up along the back of the heart, whatever you invited into your practice today, invite that into your heart space here and now. With either the support of your left hand or the strength of your core, inhale as you bring yourself up slowly to a seat, unraveling in the bind. Tuck your right leg behind you and inhale forward into a tabletop position. And exhale, tuck your toes, send your hips high, downward facing dog. We're only here for transition. Take a deep breath in. And exhale as you walk your feet just to the middle of your mat. Walk your hands back to the middle of your mat and find your ragdoll pose. There's a gentle bend at the knees here, Uttanasana. Let the neck hang completely heavy. And find opposite palms to opposite elbows for your infinity grip. Option to remain in stillness, or you have the option to sway your torso from side to side. If you do choose to find a little movement, make sure this movement is initiated from the hips, not the shoulders, so the whole back gets to sway. Allow every exhale to find a heavier torso, longer legs. One more inhale here. Exhale as you release your hands down to the earth. Keep the head and neck heavy. As you inhale, slowly begin to rise. Begin with the grounding underneath the soles of your feet. Press into your feet. Feel the length of your legs. Begin to tuck in the tailbone. Long, steady breaths as you rise. The knees begin to straighten. The spine begins to roll up. The hips tuck. The body rises. The shoulders roll. And let yourself arrive to standing. Hold here as you breathe in. Big exhale. If your feet are not already at a hips width distance, bring them out wide. You might even want to bring them a little bit wider for our next space. Bring your hands to your hips, and we're just going to start to find some big circles in the hips. What starts to activate the heart are things that just feel good. So let go of any idea of what these hip circles should look like, what they should be, and just go into what feels good for the body. You might end up having a little dance party on your mat, opening up in those hips, activating that feel good sensation to the heart, and switch directions whenever you're ready. Return to stillness, sitting up nice and tall. Bring your hands behind your head, elbows out wide. And I invite you to keep your eyes open here. We're going to tune into the power of the heart. One of our major power centers is the solar plexus in the belly, and we're going to tune into the power of the heart space. So with the elbows out wide, really extend them to expand across the front of the chest. Stand strong in your own personal power. The eyes are fixed, open, alert, and focused in front of you. Feel the depth of your lungs that is available to you with this open chest. And again, invite into your heart space whatever you chose to bring into your practice. One more powerful breath in. And as you exhale, release your arms down by your side. Feel that new rush of energy down into the fingertips. And inhale your hands to your heart. Now, using that power from the heart, take a deep breath in. And exhale, we're going to slowly lower through chair, tuning into that power, that strength, all the way down into your frog. Drop into the hips, lift up in the heart. And if that even transition isn't fully available to you, take whatever movements are needed to arrive into your frog. Take a deep breath in. And again, invite you to use your core. As you exhale, you'll bring your hands behind you to drop into your reverse tabletop. Lift up in the hips. Really press into the palms, ground into the heels. Take a deep breath in, and exhale, drop the head completely back. Feel that nice stretch along the front of the shoulders, creating an even flow of channels between all the centers. Really allow the throat to open here. Keep pressing into the palms. There is a slight engagement of the core as you lift in the hips. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, use your neck strength to slowly bring your chin back to your chest and slowly begin to lower down to your seat. Extend your legs long in front of you. Take a deep breath in as you reach your arms up high, and exhale, seated forward fold, Paschimottanasana. Reach as you hinge from your hips. Head and neck are heavy. tuning into the back of the heart. Every inhale creates a ripple of length up the spine. And every exhale creates a depth in the fold. Two more rounds of breath here. And with your following inhale, begin to walk yourself back up to your seat. And this is where you have your yogi's choice. If it's at the end of the day, if you are looking for more of a restorative option, walk yourself all the way back down into your shavasana. I am going to remain seated, and if it's midday, if you still have quite a bit of things in front of you, I invite you to find a seated meditation to find our practice. Whether in your shavasana or in your seat, allow your eyes to close. Allow the body to be heavy. And allow this time for your heart expanding practice to settle in. Stay in your rest for as long as you need. And when you choose to carry on, carry this full, even flowing heart with you. Namaste.